quizzes to sleep. Get comfortable, settle in, and close your eyes. There's no pressure, no need to keep score. You can feel free to put your device down, as this quiz is designed purely for listening. This is just a gentle quiz to help quiet your mind and guide you toward rest. Tonight's topic is simple facts. Let's begin. The sun rises in the east. True or false? True. The Earth's rotation causes the sun to appear to rise in the east. A penguin is a bird. True or false? True. Penguins are a group of flightless birds. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. True or false? True. This is the standard boiling point of water. The moon is made of green cheese. True or false? False. The moon is made of rock. Sharks are mammals. True or false? False. Sharks are a type of fish. Mount Everest is the tallest mountain on Earth. True or false? True. It is the highest peak above sea level. The currency of Japan is the yen. True or false? True. The yen is the official currency. Bananas grow on trees. True or false? False. They grow on large plants that look like trees. Spiders have 6 legs. True or false? False. Spiders have 8 legs. Insects have 6. The capital of France is Paris. True or false? True. Paris is the capital city of France. A decade is 100 years. True or false? False. A decade is 10 years. A century is 100 years. The Great Wall of China is visible from the moon. True or false? False. This is a common myth. An octopus has 3 hearts. True or false? True. An octopus has 1 main heart and 2 smaller hearts. Goldfish have a 3-second memory. True or false? False. This is a myth. They can remember things for months. The Amazon is the longest river in the world. True or false? False. Recent measurements suggest that Nile is longer. The human skeleton is made of 206 bones. True or false? True. This is the typical number for an adult. Tomatoes are vegetables. True or false? False. Botanically, tomatoes are considered fruits. Sound travels faster than light. True or false? False. Light travels much faster than sound. The Atlantic Ocean is the largest ocean on Earth. True or false? False. The Pacific Ocean is the largest. A square has 4 equal sides. True or false? True. This is the definition of a square. The planet Mars is also known as the red planet. True or false? True. This is due to the iron oxide on its surface. Bats are blind. True or false? False. No species of bat is blind. The first man to walk on the moon was Neil Armstrong. True or false? True. He was the commander of the Apollo 11 mission. A violin has 5 strings. True or false? False. A standard violin has 4 strings. The earth is flat. True or false? False. The earth is a sphere. Coffee beans are actually seeds. True or false? True. They are the pits of the coffee cherry. The Eiffel Tower is in London. True or false? False. The Eiffel Tower is in Paris, France. Whales are fish. True or false? False. Whales are mammals. The human body has 4 lungs. True or false? False. The human body has 2 lungs. Venus is the closest planet to the sun. True or false? False. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. Diamonds are the hardest known natural substance. True or false? True. The primary language spoken in Brazil is Spanish. True or false? False. The primary language is Portuguese. A honeybee dies after it stings. True or false? True. The stinger is barbed and remains in the skin. The Statue of Liberty was a gift to the United States from Spain. True or false? False. It was a gift from France. Australia is both a continent and a country. True or false? True. An insect has 3 main body parts. True or false? True. They are This coincided with the dissolution of the Soviet Union. Camels store water in their humps. True or false? False. They store fat in their humps as a source of energy. Glass is made by melting sand and cooling it into a solid. True or false? True. Sand is heated until it melts into a liquid. The sun is a planet. True or false? False. The sun is a star. Elephants are the largest land animals. True or false? True. The capital of Italy is Rome. True or false? True. A leap year happens every 3 years. True or false? False. A leap year typically happens every 4 years. The Nile River is the longest river in Africa. True or false? True. The cheetah is the fastest land animal. True or false? True. Dinosaurs and humans lived at the same time. True or false? False. Dinosaurs went extinct millions of years before humans appeared. Antarctica is the coldest continent on Earth. True or false? True. The currency of the United Kingdom is the euro. True or false? False. The currency is the pound sterling. A triangle has 3 sides. True or false? True. Humans have 5 basic senses. True or false? True. These are sight, smell, hearing, taste, and touch. stops growing at age 18. True or false? False. The brain continues to develop into your mid-20s. The kangaroo is native to Australia. True or false? True. They are marsupials found in Australia and New Guinea. The Colosseum is in Greece. True or false? False. It is located in Rome, Italy. A spider is an insect. True or false? False. Spiders are arachnids. The planet Jupiter is known for its large rings. True or false? False. Saturn is the planet best known for its rings. Penguins live at the North Pole. True or false? False. Penguins live almost exclusively in the southern hemisphere. The capital of Canada is Toronto. True or false? False. The capital of Canada is Ottawa. There are 5 oceans in the world. True or false? True. They are the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic, and Southern Oceans. The heart is a muscle. True or false? True. It is a cardiac muscle that pumps blood. A chameleon changes color to match its surroundings. True or false? True. Chameleons change color mostly for communication and temperature control. Mount Kilimanjaro is the tallest mountain in Africa. True or false? True. The longest bone in the human body is the femur. True or false? is the thigh bone. The United States has 52 states. True or false? False. The United States has 50 states. Sunlight is a source of vitamin D. True or false? True. Sunlight helps the skin produce vitamin D. The pyramids are located in Egypt. True or false? True. The most famous pyramids are at Giza. A dolphin is a type of fish. True or false? False. A dolphin is a mammal. The currency in Mexico is the peso. True or false? True. A stop sign has 6 sides. True or false? False. A stop sign has 8 sides, making it an octagon. The language with the most native speakers is English. True or false? False. Mandarin Chinese has the most native speakers. All snakes lay eggs. True or false? False. Some snakes, like rattlesnakes, give birth to live young. The Sahara Desert is the largest desert in the world. True or false? False. Antarctica is the largest cold desert, and the Sahara is the largest hot desert. Shakespeare wrote the novel Moby Dick. True or false? False. Moby Dick was written by Herman Melville. Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. True or false? True. A group of lions is called a pack. True or false? dance is called a bride. At new moon, the moon appears dark from earth. True or false? True. It is when the moon is between the earth and the sun. Polar bears live in Antarctica. True or false? False. Polar bears are found in the Arctic, while penguins are found in Antarctica. The capital of Spain is Barcelona. True or false? False. The capital of Spain is Madrid. Bees are capable of recognizing human faces. True or false? True. Studies have shown they can learn to differentiate between human faces. A crocodile cannot stick its tongue out. True or false? True. A membrane holds their tongue to the roof of their mouth, so it cannot move freely. Clouds are made entirely of water vapor. True or false? False. They are made of tiny liquid water droplets or ice crystals, not invisible vapor. The adult human body is about 60% water. True or false? True. Pluto is still classified as a major planet. True or false? False. Pluto was reclassified as a dwarf planet in 2006. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. True or false? False. This is a common myth. Tall structures are often struck repeatedly. The capital of Australia is Sydney. True or false? False. The capital of Australia is Canberra. An ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain. True or false? True. Its eye is the largest of any land animal. The original color of carrots freezing point of water is 32 degrees Celsius. True or false? False. The freezing point is 0 degrees Celsius, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. The giant panda's diet is almost entirely bamboo. True or false? True. Bamboo makes up over 99% of its diet. A compass needle points to the geographic North Pole. True or false? False. It points to the magnetic North Pole. The capital of Germany is Berlin. True or false? True. A baby koala is called a joey. True or false? True. This is also the name for a baby kangaroo. The Pacific Ocean is the world's deepest ocean. True or false? True. It contains the Mariana Trench, the deepest point on Earth. All deserts are hot. True or false? False. A desert is defined by low rainfall, not temperature. Antarctica is a cold desert. The first color photograph was taken in the 1860s. True or false? True. The first durable color photograph was taken in 1861. The human nose can detect over 1 trillion scents. True or false? True. Research suggests this is the approximate number. The longest running show on Broadway is The Lion King. True or false? False. The longest running show in Broadway history was The Phantom of the Opera. The currency of India is the rupee. True or false? True. A group of crows is called a murder. True or false? True. has about 1,000 taste buds. True or false? False. Humans typically have between 2,000 and 5,000 taste buds. The small intestine is longer than the large intestine. True or false? True. The small intestine is about 22 feet long, while the large intestine is about 5 feet long. A shrimp's heart is located in its head. True or false? False. A shrimp's heart is located in its thorax, which is part of its main body. An avocado is a vegetable. True or false? False. Botanically, an avocado is considered a large berry, which is a fruit. The capital of New York State is New York City. True or false? False. The capital of New York is Albany. The longest river in the United States is the Mississippi River. True or false? False. The Missouri River is the longest river in the United States. A baby porcupine is called a porcupet. True or false? True. They are born with soft quills that harden after a few days. The first president of the United States was George Washington. True or false? True. The human body typically has 2 kidneys. True or false? True. They are bean-shaped organs that filter blood. The national sport of Japan is sumo wrestling. True or false? True. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest ocean in the world. True or false? True. It is also the shallowest of the world's 5 oceans. The chemical symbol for iron is IR. True or false? False. chemical symbol for iron is Fe, from the Latin word ferrum. An adult has more bones than a baby. True or false? False. Babies are born with more bones, which fuse together as they grow. The planet Venus rotates in a clockwise direction. True or false? True. It is the only planet in our solar system to spin clockwise, which is known as retrograde rotation. The smallest country in the world is Monaco. True or false? False. The smallest country in the world is Vatican City. Sound travels faster in air than it does in water. True or false? False. Sound travels more than 4 times faster in water than in air. A group of jellyfish is called a smack. True or false? True. It can also be called a bloom or a swarm. The Italian flag features the colors red, white, and blue. True or false? False. The colors of the Italian flag are green, white, and red. The Hawaiian alphabet consists of 13 letters. True or false? True. It has 5 vowels and 8 consonants. There are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. True or false? True. The primary language spoken in Argentina is Portuguese. True or false? False. The official and primary language of Argentina is Spanish. Penicillin was discovered by Alexander Fleming. True or false? True. He discovered it in 1928. A group of butterflies is called a kaleidoscope. True or false? True. The planet Mercury has no moons. True or false? solar system with no moons. The human skull is one single, solid bone. True or false? False. The adult skull is made of 22 bones joined together. The Olympic Games are held every 4 years. True or false? True. The summer and winter games alternate every 2 years. The capital of Portugal is Lisbon. True or false? True. The different parts of a tongue are responsible for tasting specific flavors. True or false? False. This is a common myth. All taste buds across the tongue can detect all flavors. The official currency of Switzerland is the euro. True or false? False. The official currency of Switzerland is the Swiss franc. A rhinoceros horn is made of bone. True or false? False. It is made of keratin, the same substance as human hair and fingernails. Mount Rushmore is a natural rock formation. True or false? False. It is a sculpture carved into the granite face of the mountain. The Pacific Ocean is slowly getting smaller. True or false? True. This is caused by the movement of tectonic plates. A seahorse is a type of mammal. True or false? False. A seahorse is a type of fish. The capital of Brazil is Rio de Janeiro. True or false? False. The capital of Brazil is Brasilia. Dogs can only see in black and white. True or false? False. Dogs do see color, but their spectrum is more limited than a human's. The Statue of Liberty is green because it was painted that color. or false. False. It is green because its outer layer of copper has oxidized over time. The largest organ in the human body is the liver. True or false? False. The largest organ is the skin. Bamboo is a type of tree. True or false? False. Bamboo is a type of giant grass. The capital of Egypt is Cairo. True or false? True. The moon produces its own light. True or false? False. The moon reflects the light of the sun. The human heart has 4 chambers. True or false? True. It has 2 atria and 2 ventricles. The currency of China is the yuan. True or false? True. It is also referred to as the renminbi. The Great Barrier Reef is located off the coast of Australia. True or false? True. It is the largest coral reef system in the world. A baker's dozen is 12. True or false? False. A baker's dozen is 13. The capital of South Korea is Seoul. True or false? True. A baby swan is called a duckling. True or false? False. A baby swan is called a cygnet. The United States has an official national language. True or false? False. While English is the most common language, there is no official language at the federal level. The sound of a hummingbird is a vocal chirp. True or false? False. The hum comes from the extremely fast flapping of its wings. The first letter on a standard QWERTY keyboard is A. True or false? False. The first letter in the top row of letters is Q. A group of owls is called a parliament. True or false? True. Saturn is the only planet in our solar system with rings. True or false? False. Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune also have faint ring systems. A giraffe has more neck bones than a human. True or false? False. Both giraffes and humans have 7 cervical vertebrae. The giraffes are just much larger. The national animal of Scotland is the unicorn. True or false? True. The unicorn is the official national animal of Scotland. The Simpsons is the longest running American primetime animated show. True or false? True. The chemical symbol for water is H2O. True or false? True. This means it has 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. A domestic cat can run faster than the fastest human. True or false? True. A cat's top speed is about 30 miles per hour, while Usain Bolt's is just under 28. An adult human can breathe and swallow at the same time. True or false? False. The epiglottis blocks the windpipe when you swallow. Tomatoes originated in Italy. True or false? False. Tomatoes are native to South America. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. True or false? True. is also the only one still largely intact. The human femur is stronger than concrete. True or false? True. Bone, for its weight, is significantly stronger than concrete. The chemical symbol for gold is AU. True or false? True. This comes from the Latin word for gold, aurum. The national animal of Australia is the koala. True or false? False. The official national animal of Australia is the red kangaroo. The city of Chicago is named after a type of wild onion. True or false? True. The name comes from a Native American word for the wild garlic that grew there. Honey does not spoil. True or false? True. When stored properly, honey will not rot or spoil. The world's human population is over 8 billion. True or false? True. The population crossed this milestone in late 2022. The Amazon rainforest produces 20% of the world's oxygen. True or false? False. This is a common myth. The real number is estimated to be much lower, around 6 to 9%. A standard guitar has 6 strings. True or false? True. The total number of dots on a pair of dice is 42. True or false? True. A single die has 21 dots. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. A jiffy is an actual unit of time. True or false? True. In physics and computing, it refers to a very short duration. The hottest planet in our solar system is Mercury. True or false? False. Venus is the hottest planet due to its thick, heat-trapping atmosphere. Wombat droppings are cup-shaped. True or false? True. This is due to the varying elasticity of their intestinal walls. It is possible to sneeze while you are asleep. True or false? False. The nerves that trigger a sneeze are suppressed during sleep. The smallest bone in the human body is in the ear. True or false? True. It is the stapes or stirrup bone located in the middle ear. The chemical symbol for sodium is S. True or false? False. The chemical symbol for sodium is Na, from the Latin natrium. A strawberry is a true berry. True or false? False. Botanically, strawberries are aggregate fruits, while bananas and watermelons are berries. The world's largest island is Greenland. True or false? True. Australia is considered a continent, not an island. The capital of Turkey is Istanbul. True or false? False. The capital of Turkey is Ankara. A coconut is botanically classified as a nut. True or false? False. It is technically a drupe, which is a type of fruit with a hard, stony covering. Peanuts are a type of nut. True or false? False. They are legumes, which are in the same family as beans and peas. The first computer mouse was made of wood. True or false? True. The original mouse, invented by Douglas Engelbart, had a wooden shell. The Dead Sea is the saltiest body of water on earth. True or false? False. Several lakes in Antarctica are far saltier. Mars is the only planet in our solar system inhabited True or false? True. It is currently home to several active rovers and landers. The word LEGO is an abbreviation. True or false? True. It comes from the Danish words leg godt, which means play well. The human tongue is the strongest muscle in the body. True or false? False. This is a common myth. The jaw muscle or heart muscle are often cited as stronger. A quarter moon is exactly half as bright as a full moon. True or false? False. It is much less than half as bright due to the shadows and the way it reflects light. The capital of Iceland is Reykjavik. True or false? It's true. An earthworm has 5 hearts. True or false? True. An earthworm has 5 pairs of aortic arches, which function as hearts. Glass is a very slow-moving liquid. True or false? False. It is an amorphous solid, which means its atoms are not in a fixed crystal structure. Lightning can be hotter than the surface of the sun. True or false? True. A lightning bolt can reach temperatures 5 times hotter than the sun's surface. Mount Fuji is the tallest mountain in Japan. True or false? True. South Africa has 3 capital cities. True or false? True. They are Pretoria, Cape Town, and Bloemfontein. Thomas Edison invented the first incandescent light bulb. True or false? False. He invented a practical, long-lasting one, but others had created earlier versions. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. True or once true. Hawaiian pizza was invented in Hawaii. True or false? False. It was invented in Canada. The longest river in South America is the Amazon River. True or false? True. A pineapple is a single fruit. True or false? False. It is technically a multiple fruit, meaning it is formed from a cluster of many flowers. The word avocado comes from an ancient Aztec word meaning testicle. True or false? True. It comes from the Nahuatl word aguacatl. The speed of light is always constant. True or false? False. It is constant in a vacuum, but it slows down when it passes through different materials. The United Kingdom includes the entire island of Ireland. True or false? False. It includes Northern Ireland, but the Republic of Ireland is a separate country. A platypus lays eggs. True or false? True. It is one of the few mammals that lay eggs. Humans share about 50% of their DNA with bananas. True or false? True. This refers to the genes that are shared for basic cell functions. The Atlantic Ocean is the largest ocean. True or false? False. The Pacific Ocean is the largest. A kiwi fruit is a type of berry. True or false? True. Botanically speaking, kiwi fruit fits the definition of a berry. The capital of California is Los Angeles. True or false? False. The capital of California is Sacramento. is a true nut. True or false? False. Almonds are technically the seeds of troops. Reindeer and caribou are the same species. True or false? True. They are different names for the same species. Rangifer tarandus. Most human digestion occurs in the stomach. True or false? False. Most nutrient absorption and digestion happen in the small intestine. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way galaxy. True or false? True. Estimates suggest about 3 trillion trees compared to 100 to 400 billion stars. Water drains in the opposite direction in the southern hemisphere due to the Coriolis effect. True or false? False. The Coriolis effect is too weak to influence small bodies of water like sinks or toilets. The capital of Washington State is Seattle. True or false? False. The capital of Washington State is Olympia. Canada has 2 official national sports, ice hockey and lacrosse. True or false? True. Ice hockey is the national winter sport, and lacrosse is the national summer sport. The city of Venice, Italy, is built on more than 100 islands. True or false? True. It's built on a group of 118 small islands. The driest place on Earth is the Sahara Desert. True or false? False. The Atacama Desert in Chile receives far less rainfall. The human brain is composed of at least 60% fat. True or false? True. This high fat content is crucial for brain health and function. All snowflakes have 6 sides. True or false? False. While most are 6-sided, Some rare snowflakes can form with 3 sides. The Mona Lisa painting is larger than life size. True or false? False. The painting is actually quite small, measuring only 77 by 53 centimeters. Lightning only travels from the clouds down to the ground. True or false? False. Lightning can travel from cloud to cloud within a cloud, and even from the ground up to a cloud. The Eiffel Tower is slightly taller in the summer than in the winter. True or false? True. The iron structure expands with heat, making it grow by several centimeters. The full moon is the brightest object in the night sky. True or false? True. Due to its size and proximity, it outshines all stars and planets. The word goodbye is a contraction of God be with you. True or false? True. It evolved from the older phrase, God be with ye. The most frequently used letter in the English language is S. True or false? False. The letter E is the most common. The largest living organism on Earth is the blue whale. True or false? False. The largest known organism is a giant fungus or an aspen grove connected by roots. Sound cannot travel in space. True or false? True. Sound requires a medium like air or water to travel, and space is mostly a vacuum. The capital of New Zealand is Auckland. True or false? False. The capital of New Zealand is Wellington. A polar bear's skin is white. True or false? False. Underneath their white fur, polar bears have black skin. Sharks have the same 5 senses as humans. True or false? False. Sharks dogs have additional senses, including the ability to detect electrical fields. A single strand of spaghetti is called a spaghetto. True or false? It's true. German chocolate cake originates from Germany. True or false? False. It's named after Samuel German, an American baker who created a type of baking chocolate. Fortune cookies were invented in China. True or false? False. They are believed to have originated in Japan or the United States. Vikings historically wore horned helmets into battle. True or false? False. There is no historical or archaeological evidence to support this common image. Bulls are angered by the color red. True or false? False. Bulls are colorblind to red and react to the movement of the cape, not the color. Olympic gold medals are made entirely of solid gold. True or false? False. They are mostly made of silver and plated with a small amount of gold. Washington, D.C. is officially recognized as a U.S. state. True or false? False. It is a federal district, not a state. Napoleon Bonaparte was considered very short for a man of his time. True or false? False. His height was actually average for Frenchmen during that era. In Mary Shelley's novel, Frankenstein is the name of the monster. True or false? False. Frankenstein is the name of the scientist who created the monster, which remains unnamed. The 100 Years' War between England and France lasted exactly 100 years. True or false? False. The conflict actually spanned 116 years, with interruptions. The dinosaur genus Brontosaurus is considered invalid by scientists today. True or false? false. After being disputed for many years, recent studies suggest it is a valid and distinct genus. Chameleons change color primarily for camouflage. True or false? False. Color change is mainly used for social signaling and regulating body temperature. The word nerd first appeared in a book by Dr. Seuss. True or false? True. It was first used in his book, If I Ran the Zoo, in 1950. The 5-second rule for dropped food is based on scientific fact. True or false? False. Bacteria can transfer to food almost instantaneously upon contact. A duck's quack does not produce an echo. True or false? False. This is a myth. A duck's quack does echo like other sounds. The lining of the human stomach replaces itself every few days. True or false? True. The cells regenerate rapidly due to the highly acidic environment. A standard serving of espresso contains more total caffeine than a standard cup of drip coffee. True or false? False. While espresso has more caffeine per ounce, a typical cup of drip coffee is larger and usually contains more caffeine overall. The Canary Islands are named after canary birds. True or false? False. They are named after dogs. The Latin name was Insulae Canariae, meaning islands of the dogs. It is impossible to hum while holding your nose closed. True or false? True. Humming requires air to escape through the nasal passages. Africa is the only continent that lies in all 4 hemispheres. True or false? True. It is crossed by both the equator and the prime meridian. The first cultivated oranges were orange in color. True or false? False. The original oranges from Southeast Asia were typically green or yellow-green. It is the male seahorse that gives birth True. It was named after basketball player Larry Bird. Eating KFC for Christmas is a popular tradition in Japan. True or false? True. It became popular due to a successful marketing campaign in the 1970s. A human sneeze travels faster than 100 miles per hour. True or false? True. Sneezes can exceed speeds of 100 miles per hour. Pluto is currently classified as the 9th planet in our solar system. True or false? False. Pluto was reclassified as a dwarf planet by the International Astronomical Union in 2006. Oranges contain more vitamin C per serving than strawberries. True or false? False. By weight, strawberries contain slightly more vitamin C than oranges. The shortest war in recorded history lasted only 38 minutes. True or false? True. The Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896 ended very quickly. A group of cats is called a clouder. True or false? True. Other collective nouns for cats include cluster and clutter. The human eye can distinguish more shades of green than any other color. True or false? True. Humans are thought to be able to see more variations in green light. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, was ethnically Egyptian. True or false? False. She was primarily of Macedonian Greek descent, part of the Ptolemaic dynasty. The computer mouse was invented before the floppy disk. True or false? True. The first floppy disk was introduced by IBM in 1971, while the mouse was developed in the 1960s, but popularized later. Despite being slow on land, sloths are surprisingly good swimmers. True or false? True. They can move about 3 times faster in water than on land. The capital city of Texas is Dallas. True or false? is Austin. In Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig. True or false? True. Swiss animal welfare laws consider guinea pigs social animals that must be kept in pairs or groups. The first widely recognized video game was Pong. True or false? False. Earlier games like Tennis for Two, 1958, existed before Pong, 1972. The chemical symbol for tin is SN. True or false? True. It comes from the Latin word stannum. A baby puffin is called a puffling. True or false? It's true. Vultures are bald primarily to help regulate their body temperature. True or false? False. The bald head helps keep them clean while feeding on carcasses. The earth is a perfect sphere. True or false? False. Due to its rotation, the earth bulges slightly at the equator, making it an oblate spheroid. The original name for the search engine Google was Backrub. True or false? True. It was named after the system's analysis of the web's backlinks. There are exactly 24 official time zones in the world. True or false? False. Due to political boundaries and half-hour or quarter-hour deviations, there are closer to 40 distinct time zones. The heart of a blue whale is roughly the size of a small car. True or false? True. It can weigh over 400 pounds. A mosquito has 47 teeth. True or false? False. Mosquitoes don't have teeth. They have a sharp proboscis used for piercing skin. Chocolate chip cookies were invented before Oreo cookies. True or false? False. Oreos debuted in 1912, while the chocolate chip cookie was created Greece is Athens. True or false? True. It is physically impossible to fold a standard sheet of paper in half more than 7 times. True or false? False. While difficult, it's possible with a large enough, thin enough sheet. The record is 12 folds. Humans could theoretically walk on the surface of Jupiter. True or false? False. Jupiter is a gas giant with no solid surface to walk on. And with that, our questions for tonight are complete. It's time to let all the thoughts and choices just float away. There is nothing left to do but rest. Thank you for listening. Good night.